Welcome back to Top 10 Tunes. Today, we're looking at the top 10 Electronicore bands of all time. Number 10 is His Statue Falls. From Germany, the band formed in 2003. The members came from different bands, but were friends since high school. Originally as a studio project, the group released its first demo consisting of 3 tracks. In 2009, the band started to gain popularity and opened on a tour with Enter Shikari, and were later signed to Redfield Records and Radtone Music in Germany and Japan respectively. While the band is no longer active, during their time they doubled down on the trend of mixing electronic music and metalcore and earned their spot on our list. At number 9 is Palisades. Part of the Rise Records era of the 2010s, Palisades released 5 studio albums, and prior to these, a self-released album under their former name, Marilyn is Dead. In 2011, the band released their EP, The Rise. Its singles, Immortal, Bury It, and Disclosure, featuring Tyler Smith from The Word Alive, gained Palisades the attention of Rise Records, who signed them later that year. They maintained a steady following and have carved out a niche for themselves among the Rise Records bands. Number 8 is The Browning. While originally a rap metal project, The Browning now plays what can be described as a combination of extreme metal with strong electronic characteristics. Their electronic side incorporates hardstyle, trance, electronica, and dubstep, while their metal side incorporates metalcore and deathcore elements. Their signature style is a hybrid of double bass drumming, 808s, and chugging, creating a solid, pounding rhythm layered with electronics. Number 7 is Fear, Loathing in Las Vegas. From Kobe, Japan, the band is best known for their use of vocoders, synths, rave beats, all mixed with metalcore. Formed in 2008, the band would go on to release 6 studio albums, 13 EPs, and 3 live albums. Backed by Warner Music Japan, the band has played on many successful Japanese tours and world tours and are still going strong today. At number 6 is Abandon All Ships. From Toronto, Canada, after rising in the Toronto scene, the group toured and opened up for many bands coming through to Toronto. By the end of 2008, the band had recorded their self-titled EP and quickly became popular through MySpace. They were given even more exposure after their appearance on Much Music's Canadian television program Disband and began playing shows outside of Ontario. After this, the band would go on to tour and support many of the big names in the scene at the time and will be remembered for their auto-tuned and EDM brand of metalcore. At number 5 is Electric Callboy, formerly known as Eskimo Callboy. This German band was formed in 2010 and aimed to take a more relaxed approach to the genre, known for their comedic song themes, live shows, and videos. Since their frontman change in 2020, the band experienced meme-level virality with their music video releases for Hypa Hypa and We Got the Moves. The band submitted their single Pump It into the German national selection for Eurovision, but ultimately weren't included in the final list of participants. Nevertheless, Electric Callboy is one of the most fun and iconic electronicore bands around. At number 4 is I See Stars. From Warren, Michigan, I See Stars formed in 2006 with the Oliver brothers and guitarist Brent Allen and bass player Jeff Valentine, who all lived on the same block together as kids. The group debuted their EP Greenlight Go in 2007, as well as their self-titled EP before being signed to Sumerian Records in 2008. The band incorporates elements of post-hardcore, pop-punk, emo, and metalcore with their eclectic electronica sound, making them one of the first well-known electronicore bands. Number 3 is Enter Shikari. Formed under a different name in 1999 and under Enter Shikari in 2003, the band performed to a growing fan base at Download Festival in 2006 and a sold-out show at the London Astoria. Their iconic debut album, Take to the Skies, released in 2007 and reached number 4 in the official UK album chart and has since been gold certified. Enter Shikari had their own record label, Ambush Reality. However, they also signed distribution deals with several major labels to help with worldwide distribution. Their progressive music style combines influences from rock music genres with those electronic music genres to make them one of the most unique and successful bands in the scene. At number 2 is Asking Alexandria. Taking the emerging metalcore and post-hardcore scene by storm, Asking Alexandria dropped Stand Up and Scream in 2009. Produced by Joey Sturgis, the band was quickly signed to Sumerian Records and released the album under their distribution network. The album charted in the US, peaking at number 4 in the top heat seekers. The album was mostly metalcore influenced, mixed with very trendy, dancey electronic elements that dominated the scene at the time. The band continued to be a major success, and despite its lineup changes and some controversies, remains one of the biggest bands to come from the 2010s metalcore and electronicore scenes. At number 1 is Attack Attack. From Westerville, Ohio, Attack Attack were the big trendsetters for mixing metalcore and electronic genres. Their EP, If Guns Are Outlawed, Can We Use Swords, gained them the attention of Rise Records and were signed in 2008. Their debut album, Someday Came Suddenly, was released, and while it wasn't well reviewed by critics, the band earned themselves young fans and a growing fan base at that. Vocalist Austin Carlisle left the band, who would go on to start Of Mice and Men, and was briefly replaced by Nick Burnham and eventually Caleb Shomo as the frontman. Once they got all their lineup issues sorted out, Attack Attack became a staple band in the genre and a growing household name in the scene. Their iconic crabcore moves in their video for Stick Stickly and live shows became meme-worthy and propelled them into internet fame. The band struggled with internal conflicts and lineup changes, leading to them disbanding in 2013 and their return in 2020. Their creativity mixing genres led them to popularize Electronicore and become one of the most impactful bands in the scene. Thank you for watching Top 10 Tunes. Did I miss any Electronicore bands that you would have added to your list? Let us know in the comments. Until then, we'll see you next time.